Oh, hello guys, it's your boy AD back with another video. Now in today's video, I'm doing after Naruto was in contact with the Otsutsuki's part 2. So yeah, anyways, if you haven't checked out the first part, go ahead and check it out. There's like a playlist for it, so just go over to my channel and go on the playlist tab and you'll find it like it's the first one there. So yeah, go ahead and check that out if you haven't watched the first part, because if you didn't, then I don't know why you're here, because it's gonna be confusing as hell to you. But yeah, anyways, get this video to 30 likes for the next part, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy. And also go over to my link description down below. I'll put a link to a YouTube channel called the Weebcast. It's a new channel that me and my friends made, where we're going over some anime stuff and all that stuff, and sometimes even answering questions and stuff like that. So yeah, anyways, go over and check that out. And yeah, without further ado, let's just get the video started. We're gonna start this life off with like basically another planet, not Earth, not in like the elemental nation and stuff like that. We start with the planet of the Otsutsuki's, where basically we see a castle. It was the castle of Kaguya Otsutsuki and the king of the Otsutsuki, Ishiki Otsutsuki. As we see a girl walking to the castle. As she would open a door, as she would basically walk up to Ishiki, who was sitting on his throne. As she would basically take a small bow and say, "Father, I've seen something. It's the chakra of Big Brother Hagomo and his two other children. I think it's his sons, like freaking Ashra and Indra or whatever." So yeah, Ishiki would say, "Are you sure?" As she would basically say yes. As Ishiki would basically say, "Okay, then I want you to go to the planet and basically go basically there with your god, and basically go into the planet and get in contact with him, see if he's a threat to us or if he's like ally, and also get my wife back." She would basically, as the girl would basically nod, and then a man would basically appear and next to her, and they will basically fly away, basically going to Earth and shit. Now we'll go back to we skip to the time when Naruto's chakra started to go out of control, as the girl and the guy, basically his god, I'm just gonna call him the god, basically just got into Earth's atmosphere, as the Otsutsuki chakra had made Hagomo's and his two children's chakra start to act up, seemingly out of control. As we see Naruto and his chakra was increasing hundreds of times, as he started to panic, as his body started to become bigger and bigger till he became huge, like how he basically looked huge and looked like he was about to explode at any point, just like Madara did when he was getting taken over by Kaguya, except that Zetsu didn't stab Naruto or anything, as Naruto would basically let out a loud and painful scream, as then he would basically suddenly stop growing, as then he would start to feel better, as his body started to return to normal. As then we see Naruto on his knees, basically sweating and taking deep breath, as he looked completely different. Now he had two pale whites. He had two pale, fucking hell. I'm so freaking. This basically he looks like this in the picture. So yeah, basically he has like a long black pant and a cloak and shit like that, and yeah. And he also has the staff, but it's not in his hands right now. It's just like floating. Actually, no, he doesn't have the staff yet. It's just like the chicken stoop signals. Right now, he can make the stuff if he wants to, but he doesn't know that yet. So it's just 6 to signal or whatever. And yeah, as then the girl and the god would suddenly land in front of Naruto with a powerful gust of wind, as Naruto would basically look up, as he would slowly get up, as the girl would basically run and jump on him, giving him a hug, as he would say, "Brother." As then when she did, Naruto fall on the ground, As then she basically got up with a confused look on her face, as she would say, "Wait, you're not bothered." As Naoto would look at her confused, as then Naoto would say, "Who are you?" As then the sister, freaking hell. As then basically the girl would say, "Oh, sorry, my name is Jaiko Otsutsuki, the princess of the Otsutsuki clan and the sister of Hagoromo Otsutsuki." As Naruto would say, "No way, you're the Sage 6 Path sister," as it never mentioned anything about you. As Jaiko would say, "Well, we never really talked since when, basically, since when brother was alive. I was in a tank of some sort because I had to be there for 1,000 years because I was a little sick basically when I was born and shit. Like she had too much chakra, which kind of made her chakra go rampage, destroying some part of her body. But it had to basically fix itself so that her body could get stronger basically to be able to handle her powers. So yeah, that's basically what happened. Basically, sorry about that. I got a little interrupted, I guess you can say, but yeah. Basically, Jaiko would say, anyways, I've came here because of the chakra you were releasing. It was Hagoromo's and his son's chakra. So my father sent me to get you since we thought that it was Hagoromo. As Naruto would say, I see. So now that you see that I'm not Hagoromo, what are you going to do? As she basically shrug her shoulder, and she basically say, well, I was also sent to know who's, like, basically, how do I say this? Basically, she says, I was also sent, to basically know if you were a threat or not. I should basically say that as, like, basically, whose side are you on? Like, are you the side of humans, or would you rather be on the side of Otsutskis? As basically, Naruto would say, well, I never really liked this place, and I hate the people. I hate the way the people in this place treat me like garbage. So, even my family, as Naruto would basically, Jaiko would suddenly start crying, as Naruto would be explaining his life story, as she would basically hug Naruto, as Naruto would be confused, but a bit tense, but like Naruto was a bit confused and tense at first because pretty much the people who normally quote unquote hug him would normally hurt him doing it. Like, basically they would act like they're gonna hug him but actually just like squeeze him or something, or like they hide the knife in their hands and just like stab it in the back. So yeah, that's why he was tense. But the only people that didn't really do that was like Bella, Tsuki, and Hanabi. So he was a little hesitant when Jaiko did it, but he wasn't exactly able to do much about it. As we skip 5 hours later, as Jaiko finished explaining everything on who she is, and basically she's just the CS6 brother. Basically, yeah, just like Kaguya's daughter and shit. But like I said, she left. Kaguya had to leave her there because she was sick again. Well, not really sick, just like too powerful to handle her own power and whatnot. But yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. Anyways, basically she was in good condition. All right. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, and Yaiko also explained everything, like how she found out and how Naruto is the reincarnation of Hagoromo and his sons, just not exactly how you expected, like you're thinking it is. Basically, the way he incarnated was like basically Naruto gets the powers and nothing like memories, blood, or anything. So he just has the powers of the Series 6 pretty much kind of like the seal. Basically, they pretty much teleported the powers into a mini, like a really small sense of Naruto. Basically, at this point, you can say that. All right. So yeah, Naruto is not in any ways related to her in any ways whatsoever. It's like literally the powers and Naruto's actual personality controlling it. So yeah, Jaiko would basically say that I have basically explained what the Otsutsuki clan is and whatnot, and basically everything like that. And basically she would say, so what's your choice? Do you want to come and work with us or stay here with the humans? As Naruto would say, isn't it obvious that I hate those people and I'm definitely coming with you? As Jaiko and Naruto uh basically Jaiko would say one thing I didn't mention before that is that I'm also here to bring back my mother Kaguya Otsutsuki, the queen of the Otsutsuki clan. As right when she said that, a black plant-like creature would basically come out of the ground, being Black Zetsu, with one half of it being black, being white, and the other half would being black. As then Naruto would basically jump back, but Yaiko would basically grab the person by the neck, saying, "What are you? And why are you here? Do you have and why do you have mothers as well? Mother's chakra as well. I mean, my bad." And as then the thing would basically say, I'm Black Zetsu and a white Zetsu. I'm Kaguya as well, but I'm sure you know who that is. Jaiko would basically would basically still oh my gosh, bro, I'm messing up. Basically Kaguya Zetsu would explain that Kaguya is still away in the moon and all that stuff. As Jaiko would basically start to float. Would start to basically float, as Zetsu would say, no, you can't just go there and destroy it. If you do that, she will die. As Jaiko would basically stop it, come back down. As then she would basically say, then do you know a way to let her out? As Black Zetsu would basically explain how he plans to do the whole Madara thing, to basically revive the 10 tails and all of that, find a host and use them as a sacrifice. As Yaiko would basically understand and asks how does he plan to, and doing that, as he would explain the plan, Obito and all that. As Yaiko would say that's a really good plan, but me and my future husband will help you. As Naruto would say, what do you mean? I should basically say, you, of course, you said you wanted to help me, and be on my side, and since you're the strongest male Otsutsuki, that might even surpass my father if you had the right training, since you obviously have to basically marry me, since I'm the princess of the Otsutsuki clan and the strongest female. As Naruto would basically start her saying, but we don't even know each other. As she would basically say, that doesn't matter. Marriage normally happens in the Otsutsuki clan, like planet thingy. Two people that get married from like birth and shit, for all the time basically. As Naruto would say, but I'm technically your brother and shit or something. I should basically walk up to him and put one finger on his lip. I should basically say, no, you're my brother's reincarnation, not actually him. So you just have to just like I said earlier, she will basically explain the same thing to Naruto, exactly what I said earlier. She'll basically say, you're not my brother and stuff like that. And basically, as then she would basically kiss him, and as she would basically wink at him. As then she would say, anyways, we will help you bring her back, and then my mission can be complete. As Naruto would say, okay, so what do I do exactly? As Jaiko would say, activate her Rinnegan, because she has it, because she's Otsutsuki, and they'll basically glow. As Naruto's body would basically change to the former body that he had, being this one. So yeah. Anyways, except that he had the black pants on and the black hoodie, black shirt and a black hoodie with the hood up basically. As then Jaiko basically say you will go back into the village and act like you are with them, but in truth you will just be getting information out of them and using them. I don't care if you kill them or whatever, as long as you don't blow your cover. You will also come meet with me and train with me, as so you can basically learn to control your abilities and stuff like that. As Naruto would nod, understanding her. As we skip a week later, Naruto has been basically staying with her, like with Jaiko, and they basically realize that they actually get along really well, as they basically would always be playing around and enjoying themselves. As sadly, this was the day that Naruto had to basically go back to the village, as he did basically had to go back because he just stayed there for a week under the pretext, like having the excuse that he was healing up or whatever, but in truth he was just stay with Jaiko. But yeah, Naruto basically packed his like he basically has been training with Jaiko over the week, but like he's not really that overpowered or anything yet. He's just able to protect himself against the villagers at this point. And when he's about to basically go back and shit, he just managed to escape the villagers beating by barely. As he will basically we skip 4 years later, as Naruto will basically be 8 now, about Kaguya level, as unlocked most of his abilities. Like he had the gun now and stuff like that, but he might unlock some more in the future, as Naruto will basically call Jaiko and Black Zetsu, as they will basically talk about the Uchiha trying to basically do the coup d'etat, as all that. As Naruto would say, well, let's vote on what should we do about it, as Naruto would basically vote to kill all of them, as it except for 2, as Zetsu would basically go along with it, not really caring all that much, and Jaiko would literally not care whatsoever. I should basically just say whatever. I should basically say, I saw those 3 girls flirting with you. Basically being Rose, no, not Rose, Bella, freaking, what's her name again? Oh my gosh. Yeah, Rose, no, man. Basically, 3 girls being Bella, Tsuki, and Hanabi. Sorry about that. He basically says, I saw 3 girls flirting with you. I think I forgot to tell you that in the Otsutsuki clan members, like, you can basically do it with humans. Like, you can basically be not really in a relationship with them, just like act like you're in a relationship with them, as they basically can practice and be good with basically when they're doing it. Like, alright, let me just get the script and explain it. Basically, she's saying that you can basically be with like humans and stuff. You can have a whole harem of humans, even if you do it with them multiple times or whatever. It won't really matter because they're not really gonna be in the actual relationship. It's just like him basically using them as training partners, I guess you can say, for basically the art of the Jiraiya art, if you know what I mean. But yeah, he's basically just like using them to basically be able to actually stay in the thing for long, so that he can have experience and stuff. Because Jaiko basically says how she doesn't want to do it with him, and he basically gets knocked out before her. Kind of a jokey matter, but yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. As basically it wouldn't count as cheating, so yeah, just think of it as cheating basically. As anyways, after that, she basically give him an evil smirk, as Naruto basically gulp while nodding and understanding. As we skip a week later, Itachi Uchiha had just killed everyone in his clan who basically had been part of the coup d'etat, basically, everyone who knew about the whole coup d'etat and was participating in them. So he killed, like, let's just say a quarter of them, or half, yeah, or half, whatever. And Itachi just killed them basically, and knew of the basically the consequences, but he only killed, like, Mikoto, no, not Mikoto, Fugaku and some of the Uchihas, and Mikoto wasn't part of it. As then Itachi actually was supposed to stay and explain what happened in, like, what happened to his, like, what happened with, like, the war and everything to Sasuke and Suki. So when Sasuke and Suki came, he explained what happened, and they basically were pissed, but didn't make it their goal to basically kill Itachi. But we see, basically, like, they basically unlock the Sharingans, but, like, not out of anger to kill Itachi, but just like out of lost and grief and all that shit. So they'll, yeah, you get it. Anyways, we basically see Naruto. We basically see Naruto, Jaiko, and standing on a wall, like the outskirts, like the little thingy surrounding the Uchiha compound. And Naruto would say, "Finally, it's time." Sam and Jaiko basically vanish, but this is pretty much what I'm gonna bring off. You guys like and enjoy. I'll get this video to 30 like for next one, and yeah. Anyways, let me know what you thought of this one, and yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna be out for now. Peace.